All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mama Magma Yoga and your monthly full moon yoga ritual. It's nice to be back on here. It's nice to see you. If you're joining tonight, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you're going to hop on your mat and do a yoga flow with us. Tonight, we are moving into or celebrating or feeling into the Scorpio full moon that happened on Monday. So we're going to be playing with coming down deep into the depths of our being. So we'll be doing some nice hip openers, some nice stretches, allowing ourselves to find some flow. Now, as per the usual, I'm going to give you a little introduction as to the energy that we're flowing with. First, I invite you, if you're going to flow with us tonight, to roll out your mat, to make your space nice and comfortable, to maybe light a candle, have a cup of tea, bring along a journal if that's part of your full moon ritual, and you like to dive a little bit deeper after our meditation and maybe tune in a little bit more, feel how your body feels, all of that kind of stuff. So tonight, playing with the Scorpio full moon energy. Now, Scorpio is one of those signs that can go deep into the depths. It's a powerful and triggering full moon because we're going to be having a lot of our um, shadow selves, the shadow aspects of ourselves coming up into our face. So we might be triggered easily. We might be finding ourselves acting from a place of jealousy when we hadn't for a really long time. Maybe we thought we were over that. Maybe we're getting angry easily, or we're being short tempered with friends, and we're noticing we're just on edge. Maybe we need a sense of control, or maybe we're even being a little bit vindictive, noticing when someone is not doing what we want, or we're having thoughts of getting that person back. They did us wrong, kind of thing. Instead of coming from a place of wholeness, maybe we're being a little bit reactionary. And that's because the healing that still needs to take place, the transformation that still needs to take place in order for us to bust through to new levels of self, in order for us to become more of who we are with more authenticity, more strength, more integrity, we need to allow ourselves to welcome, have compassion for, and love those shadow aspects of ourselves into becoming, into transformation. So instead of running away from it, instead of guilting ourselves out, instead of having negative self talk, oh, I shouldn't have done that, I'm such a bad person, they're going to hate me, all of that kind of stuff, maybe just flip the script a little bit. Take a gaze back into the self. Maybe those reactionary parts of yourself stem from trauma, stem from you having to protect yourself, keep yourself safe, keep yourself surrounded by safety and knowing what you can predict and being in control of the situation. Maybe you're having to respond from that place, but now you're in a different space. And you know that you've done a lot of growing, but there's still these things that are coming up, and you're noticing these behaviors that are surfacing, or maybe you're not even consciously noticing. And now, as I'm talking, you're starting to realize, oh, I cut that person off in traffic for no reason. I gave them the finger and I reacted from a place, and afterwards was like, that was a dumb thing to do. Noticing, paying attention to the toxic or shadow parts of ourselves, and paying attention to where they came from, how they manifested, why are they there in the first place. And when we do that, when we shine a light on them, they're given space to be heard, to be felt, and for transformation to take place. So that's where we're coming from in tonight's flow. So we're going to do about a half-hour flow. As I said, it's going to be a hip opener. It's going to be playing with root to rise. So Scorpio is also about the phoenix rising from the ashes and finding possibility and being creative and shining light. We're going to be doing some of that. And then at the end, we'll do about a 10-minute meditation. They tend to be a little bit shorter than the 10 minutes, but it gives you a chance to tune into yourself, to feel the benefits of your practice, and to just be present and really feel this full moon. This practice is accessible to everybody, so it's beginners welcome. I always try to offer a lot of modifications, so allow yourself to back off when you need to. Be gentle and be kind and rest when you need to. If something doesn't feel right in your body, honor that. I'm just your humble guide. You also don't need a yoga mat. You can practice on your living room floor. You can spread a towel out, a blanket out. You can just hop into your practice as you are, wearing your jammies. You don't need any fancy yoga clothes. We're just allowing ourselves to feel into our bodies, feel into our breath, and be present with this full moon. So I invite you to hop on the mat. I'm going to sit up on a folded up blanket. I'm just going to adjust this camera just a little bit. I'm back to using my webcam and seeing how that works. Sorry about that. I'll just filter this down a little bit. So I'm going to be lifting my sits bones up on a folded up blanket. If you want to do the same, allow yourself to do so. If it's your jam to bring blocks or any other tools into the practice, I invite you to do so. And we're going to see if we can find a nice, comfortable seat of our choice to start here. So I'm starting in Sukhasana, or easy pose, with my legs crossed. My husband has his legs out long in front of him. That's what feels comfortable to him. Maybe you're in bound angle. Maybe you're sitting on your knees. You're just wanting to find a nice, tall spine where you can relax your shoulders away from your ears. Start to feel down through your sits bones. Maybe you move the fleshy part of the buttocks aside. And start to gather your breath. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Let your hands rest gently in your lap, wherever they feel comfortable to do so. And start to tune in. Let go of your day. Gently put your to-do list on the side. And give yourself permission to be right here, right now, for your body, your breath, your mental health, your heart space. We're going to play with 3 deep breaths. Today I'm going to invite you to really pay attention to the expansion of your rib cage, and on your inhales to really let the belly expand out, balloon out. And on your exhales to contract the belly button towards the spine. We're also going to try holding the breath at the top for about a 4 count. Then you're going to exhale nice and slowly, maybe even pursing your lips so that you slow that breath right down. We're going to calm the nervous system, help ourselves come into this moment. I invite you to give it a chance to try and allow your mind to settle through the power of the breath. When you're ready, a nice deep breath in, hold, exhale slowly. Nicely done. Twice more. Inhale in, hold, relax those shoulders, exhale slowly. Let the legs soften, let your shoulders relax more. Last one. Inhale in, hold, exhale slowly. Let yourself be here in the moment. When you're ready, you can flutter your eyelashes open. We're going to send the arms nice and wide, thumbs pointing up towards the sky. Big open chest. Inhale in. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Gather your magic into your center line. Listen carefully. Reach behind the neck. Then send those fingertips up towards the sky. Maybe you look up. Inhale in. Exhale, bring those fingertips all the way down to the earth. Twice more. Inhale, arms lift halfway. Exhale, palms come together at heart center. Let this be your moving meditation. Reach behind the neck. Inhale, lift those fingertips. Maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, rain those fingertips down. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, gather your magic into your heart space. Reach behind the neck and inhale, lift those fingertips, lift your gaze. Exhale, rain it all the way down. Beautiful. Inhale, reach it up all the way up. Exhale to twist, right hand to left knee, left fingertips float to the floor behind you. We sit up nice and tall for our inhale. And exhale, we gently pull back with that left shoulder. Pull into our twist a little bit more. Nice, back through center, sending those fingertips up towards the sky. A nice generous reach. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand to right knee. Right fingertips touch the floor behind you. We sit up nice and tall for our inhale. And on an exhale, we journey into that twist, bringing the spine into the play. Nicely done. Gently come back through center. Find your nice seat. We're going to come to bound angle or Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet come together. Knees open nice and wide. Create as much or as little space between your heels and your groin as you would like. Grab onto your shins, your toes, your feet, whatever works. Sit up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, send your elbows wide and bow forward. See if you can really allow those thighs to relax down and away from the body. Starting to open through those hips. Feeling a little bit of a stretch in the lower back. See if you can take one more deep breath here. Long breath out. You've got this. As you're ready, slowly rise on up. Find your way back to your seat. Keep your right heel tucked into the groin. Send the left leg as wide as you can. Away, pointing those left toes up towards the sky. Find your tall seat. Then we're going to bring our left hand to the inside of the left knee or thigh. We're reaching our right fingertips up towards the sky. And on an exhale, we're going to lean to the left, bringing that left shoulder towards the left knee, trying to reach those right fingertips towards our left toes. They probably won't come anywhere close. That's okay. Push down with that right knee, pull back with that right shoulder. Feel that generous stretch on the side body. One more breath here. Then we'll gently lift it back up through center. Plant the right palm behind us. Swing your left heel around to your left sits bone, finding your deer legs here. Keep that right palm planted underneath your shoulder. Reach your left fingertips out past your crown. Now maybe you stay here, just finding a nice reach here, lengthen the belly, feeling something in that left hip crease. Perhaps you lean into that right hand, rise up onto your knees, push your hips forward and away from you, and really find a stretch down the left side of that body. Also finding a nice stretch in that left hip crease. One more breath. Nicely done, my friend. Bring those sits bones back down to the earth. Unravel your left leg, bring it back through center, and we're taking it to the other side. So we're going to tuck that left heel in towards the groin. Send the right leg out long beside us, opening it to the side as best as we can. When we're ready, right hands to the inside of the right knee or thigh. Left fingertips reach up nice and tall. And on an exhale, we lean to the right. Right shoulder towards right knee. Left fingertips reaching towards those right toes. Left knee pressing down and away from us. Last breath here. And we'll gently rise back up through center. Plant that left palm on the floor beside us. Swing the right heel around towards that right sits bone. Find your deer leg, space between the left foot and the right thigh. And we ground down through that left hand and reach the right fingertips. Now maybe this is all your body needs and you stay here. This is great. If you want more, press into that left hand, lift up onto your knees and push your hips forward, reaching back with that right hand. Right hip crease gets a beautiful stretch here. We're opening up through that space. One more breath. Let those sits bones come back down to the earth. Let yourself unravel. Find your way back through center. And we'll make our way to all fours, finding our first tabletop position. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way. I'm bringing my wrists under my shoulders, my knees underneath my hip points. Coming to the tops of my feet, unless my feet are crampy, then I can tuck my toes under. When you're ready, we're taking our cat-cows. So we'll inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, tailbone tilts up towards the sky. Exhale, round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine, bow the head down. Twice more. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, pull back with your palms. Exhale, round it through. Last one. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, round it through and push that earth away. Nice. Come back to your nice neutral spine. Wiggle your hips if you need to for a second, and then we're going to come down to our bellies. You're walking your palms forward, letting your hips sink down, and we're going to find our Sphinx pose. So we're bringing elbows under shoulders. There we go. I think you can see me on TikTok okay. So notice what's happening here. We want the lower rib cage to be lifted up off of the earth. So if the elbows are too wide, your lower rib cage is going to be down on the earth and you're going to be really too low here. You're not getting a benefit from the pose. So walk those elbows into the midline. Make sure they're under your shoulders, not tucked back towards your rib cage. And we'll push the earth away, engage our glutes, our butt cheeks, and lift our gaze. Taking a couple breaths here. Nicely done. Keep that lift in the front body as you bend your left knee. Slide your left knee up the floor or the mat beside you so that that left knee is in line with the left hip. Nicely done. Lean into your right or left elbow. Weave your right arm underneath your left arm. Bring your right shoulder down to the earth. Let your head relax down. You've got this. Then we're going to take our left fingertips, reach up towards the sky, and we roll onto our right side. Now you could stay here. This is glorious. If you want, you can open those left fingertips like a book, reaching them up behind you and opening your chest up towards the sky. Let your head soften down. Feel this nice opening in the lower back. Last breath here. Nice. Left hand comes back to the earth beside us. We send the left leg out long behind us and adjust ourselves back to our Sphinx pose. Both elbows underneath our shoulders, lower rib cage lifted up off of the earth. When we're ready, the right knee bends and slides up the floor beside us to come in line with that right hip. We're going to take our left hand, leave it underneath the right arm. Let our left shoulder come all the way down to the earth. When we're ready, we reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. I'm going to shuffle so you can see me better. Let the head relax down. And maybe you stay here, or maybe you open that right arm nice and wide like a book, opening your chest up towards the ceiling. Let that right arm be heavy. Let that lower back get a nice stretch. Last breath here. Nice. We're going to come back to our bellies, bringing our right hand back to the earth, sending right leg out behind us. When we arrive back on our bellies, we're going to bring our palms underneath our shoulders, curl our toes under, push up to all fours, and then send those hips up high and back and find our first downward facing dog. So press into the knuckles of your hand. See if you can really lift your tailbone up towards the sky. Don't worry about your heels coming to the earth. Instead, maybe you bend your knees and really make it about the belly melting towards the thighs and the sits bones shining up towards the sky. You can take a few moments here to pedal through the feet, reaching one heel down and then the other, getting a stretch in the calves and the back of the knees. See if you can take one more breath here. Then we're going to come to the top of our mat. So you'll bend your knees generously, take your gaze to the top of your mat, and just take a nice stroll, walking your feet up to your hands and eventually landing in a forward fold. Letting yourself soften here. Fingertips may or may not touch the earth. See if you can let your shoulders round forward, the back of your neck become nice and loose. Your head is a heavy weight reaching towards the floor. Bend your knees if you need to, sway side to side if you would like. Take one more nice breath here. When we're ready, we're going to bend our knees, drop our bum down, lift our chest and our gaze, and then send the arms wide and lift all the way up to our standing position, our Tadasana. Reach those fingertips up towards the sky. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, palms come together and they float down to the heart. Let yourself settle here. Adjust your shirt or your pants. Get nice and comfortable. Lick your lips. And we're going to do two half sun salutations to help us do a root to rise. We're the phoenix rising from the ashes. So we've just been down in our root chakra and our sacral chakra, down in the shadowy depths of the self, and now we're rising up out of the ashes. As you're ready, soft knees. Inhale to reach. Lift, 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 lift. Exhale, palms come together and float down to the heart. Soft knees. Inhale to reach. Exhale, slice it down, come all the way back down to your forward fold. Fingertips reach towards the earth. When you're ready, fingertips come to your shins. Lift your torso halfway, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, bow it back down, find the forward fold. Root to rise, bend the knees, drop the bum, lift the chest, reach the arms wide and push into your feet as you lift up to your Tadasana. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, palms come together and float down to the heart. All right, let's change it up. Soft knees. Inhale to reach. Exhale, slice it down, find the forward fold. Fingertips to shins, lift your torso halfway, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, bow it down. Fingertips come to the mat, We step back with the left foot, left knee comes down to the earth. We find our way into our low lunge. Take a moment to wiggle that front foot around, make sure your bones are stacked, so foot right underneath the knee. We're rolling our shoulders back, lifting our chest. We've got this. Let those hips push forward and down, still keeping pressure in that right foot. When we're ready, we're going to bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. We'll take our left foot off the right side of the mat behind us. Beautiful. And then we're going to reach those left fingertips up towards the sky. Push your right shoulder into your right knee or thigh, pushing that leg open, getting a really generous stretch in that hip. One more breath here. Nice. Left fingertips come down to the earth. We let that left foot straighten out behind us. Reframe our right foot with both hands. Curl the back toes under. Lift the back knee. Step the left foot up to meet the right. Find your forward fold. On an inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Lift the chest halfway. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bow it down. Root to rise, bend your knees, drop your bum, lift your chest, send your arms wide and push into your feet as you reach. Exhale, palms come down to heart center. Now we'll do the other side. When you're ready, soft knees. Inhale to reach. Exhale, slice it down. Find your forward fold. Halfway lift, fingertips on shins. Lift your chest. Exhale, bow it down. Fingertips to the mat. Step the right foot back. Lower the right knee down to the earth. Take your time finding your low lunge, letting those hips drop forward and down. Lifting your chest, rolling your shoulders back. Let your body take a little moment to get settled here. Breathe nice and deep. Then when we're ready, we'll take those left fingertips to the inside of the left foot. Take the right toes, dial them off the left side of the mat. And when we're ready, right fingertips reach up towards the sky, pushing left shoulder into left knee or thigh, opening through that inner thigh and the groin. Inhale in here. Exhale, fingertips float back down to the earth. We allow those right toes to come out behind us. We reframe the left foot with both hands. Then we curl our toes under, lift that back knee, step that right foot up to meet the left, land in our forward fold. When we're ready, a halfway lift, fingertips on shins, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, bow it down. Bend knees, drop bum, lift chest, send arms wide. Reach, lift. Exhale, hands to heart. I invite you to take a moment of stillness here, pressing the palms together, sending the elbows nice and wide, closing the eyes, feeling down through your feet, and send your intention for transformation and change out to this beautiful full moon. Your highest potential. When you're ready, flutter your eyelashes open. Find your soft knees. Inhale to reach. Exhale, slice it back down. Find your forward fold. Last halfway lift, fingertips on shins. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bow it down. Bend knees, plant palms, step it back to a tabletop position. We're coming to our seat, so swing our legs to one side, any side. Allow your sits bones to come to the earth. Send your legs out long in front of you. Nicely done, my friends. Go ahead and bend the right knee. Let the right knee open out to the side, tucking that right heel in towards the groin. When we're ready, we'll inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow it forward. Let your hands fall wherever they do. Thigh, knee, shin, floor, toes. Just allow yourself to bow down. Take your moment here. One more breath. When we're ready, we rise back up. Hug that right knee into the chest. Plant that right foot on the floor, about a fist's width of space between your left knee and your right foot. Left hand is going to come to the floor behind you. Rise up out of that left shoulder. Right fingertips reach back. You can stay here. This is awesome. If you want a little bit of a challenge, you're going to push into that right foot and your left hand and lift your hips up towards the sky, reaching back with those right fingertips. You've got it. Push, push, push. Lift, lift, lift. One more breath. Nice. Sits bones come back down to the earth. Phew, you did it. You're awesome. When you arrive, cross that right foot over the left knee. Hook left elbow on right knee. Right fingertips to the floor behind you. Sit up nice and tall with your inhale. And exhale, journey into the twist. As you're ready, come back through center. Send old right leg out nice and long. She's done her work. Recenter those sits bones on the earth, and we'll bend that left knee. Left knee opens out to the side. We tuck that heel up to the groin as much as our knee says yes to. When we're ready, we reach those fingertips up. Exhale, drape it forward. Find your forward fold here. Let yourself bow down. Let it soften for a moment. Last breath here. Good job. Rise it back up. Find your way to your tall seat. Bring that left knee back into the chest. Plant that left foot about a fist's width of space between the right knee and the left foot. Right hand to the floor behind you. Lift up out of that right shoulder. Find integrity. Reach your left fingertips back. Remember that you can stay here. This is gorgeous. You can take your gaze up to the sky. If you want more, push into that left foot. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Reach back with those left fingertips. See if you can really lift, 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 lift. Open, 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 open. You've got this. You've got the power. Find your transformative self. One more breath. Then we'll let those sits bones come back down to the earth. Maybe we're feeling a little bit of a shake. Then we'll cross that left foot over the right knee. Hook right elbow on left knee. Left fingertips to the floor behind us. We sit up nice and tall with our inhale. And exhale, journey into the twist. Beautiful, my friend. Let yourself unravel when you're ready. Send that left leg out long. Center yourself on your mat and allow yourself to roll all the way down to your back. Take your time getting there. My lower back says, ooh, I'm creaky. When you arrive, soles of the feet come to the earth. They come together, really, really together. Then we allow the knees to open out to the side. Soles of the feet come together. We find our Supta Baddha Konasana, our supine bound angle. Just letting the thighs relax down. Then I invite you to open the arms nice and wide. Open-hearted stance, palms face up, shoulders tucked underneath you, or shoulder blades, I should say, tucked underneath you. Head relaxed down on the floor. Take a moment here. We're almost done. Allow yourself to be immersed in your practice, in the sensations in your body. Maybe those hips are still really tight and you're feeling this. See if you can breathe into it. And when we're ready, we're going to keep the right knee nice and open. We'll lift the left knee up through center and then allow the left knee to fall to the right, coming towards that right knee. You can use your right hand to grab onto that left knee if you want and find more of a twist here. Let's release that left knee. Let it open back out to the left side, finding our Supta Baddha Konasana. And when we're ready, we'll lift the right knee, let it drift up and over to meet the left knee on the left side of the body. You can use your left hand to grab onto that right knee and pull it more over to the left side, finding more of a twist. Let your jaw relax. Let your face soften. Feel down through the lower back and the hips. Unclench your jaw. Last breath here. When we're ready, we're going to let both knees float back through center, finding our way to our backs. Now you can come into Shavasana, sending the legs out long, covering yourself with a blanket, finding a pillow for underneath your head, getting nice and cozy. You just want to make sure that you have a nice long spine, so spine is connected to the earth. If you're feeling like you would rather come to a seated position for your meditation, you can follow me. We're going to rise on up, finding our way to our Sukhasana or comfortable seat of our choice. I'm going to bring my blanket back into the picture here just to find some extra comfort and some lift in my spine so that I can find this pose with a little bit more ease. Wherever you have landed, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a little moment to scan your body. Allow the legs to relax. Allow the belly to soften. It doesn't need to hold anymore. Allow the shoulders to sag down. Allow your jaw to soften and your throat relax. Start to feel the nutrients of your practice settling into your body. We're going to take 3 breaths again. This time it's just nice, big, juicy breaths. doing what's best for your body, and allowing yourself to start to come into this meditative space where we tune into the Scorpio full moon. As you're ready, deep breath in. And when you're ready, long breath out. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, maybe you sigh. Let it all go. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Let the whole body sink down. Get nice and heavy and present. Shoulders relaxed. Arms relaxed. Legs relaxed. Face softened. As we go into our meditation, I invite you to repeat this affirmation or simply dwell on the thought. Allow your imagination to open to this idea, this intention. Maybe you say to yourself, I will have acceptance and compassion for the shadow aspects of myself, so they can transform and become my superpower. Again, I will accept and have compassion for the shadow aspects of myself, so they can transform and become my superpower. As the mind calms and the body relaxes, pretend and intend that all aspects of yourself, your body, your heart, your mind, and your soul can come into alignment. We're going to take 2 minutes here to allow for silence and contemplation. If your mind wanders, I invite you to come back to the affirmation or simply dwell upon your breath, allowing it to become your focal point. When our time is up, I will let you know. One more minute. Take your time gently coming back into your space, carrying with you any insights, any feelings or images that may have arisen during your meditation. Maybe wiggle fingertips and toes. Maybe rock head side to side. When we're ready, we gently flutter the eyelashes open. And we'll send the arms nice and wide on an inhale. Open up. Exhale, gather all your magic into the heart space. Palms can land on the heart or come together at heart center. Here we take a deep breath in. On the exhale, thumbs come to third eye. We bow to each other. We bow to our practice. We bow to our potential for transformation and this beautiful full moon. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, whether you're doing so in real time or later. Please return to this practice whenever you need a full moon flow. Every full moon is a transformative full moon. It's all an opportunity to open space, to grow, to change, to blossom. Thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you next time. I'll just check and see if any comments are left that I need to respond to. Otherwise, I love you so much. I wish you all the best. I hope that all good things come to you and that you have an amazing rest of your day. Not seeing anything here. Not seeing anything here. Oh, so nice to see you, DJ. I'm glad that you were here. Thank you so much for being here, my friends. Have an awesome day. I'll see you next month. Check out my website if you want to know when that is. Bye for now.